I grew up around the Pennsylvania Railroad, so I was familiar with a lot of their locomotives from both what I saw as a kid and as what I read about in things like Model Railroader, which I started getting in 1957. But this book here, which I got in 1962, Pensy Power, really, opened the door for understanding a lot about the different locomotives that the Pennsylvania Railroad had. And Frederick Westing authored this book, Apex of the Atlantic. I really became interested in the Atlantic, the 462, the E-class Atlantics that the Pennsylvania Railroad had. They were special locomotives. They were large for an Atlantic, and they were fast. Well, chapter 12 of the book detailed the story of the Lindbergh Special, which included the E6 number 460. Without going into the details of the Lindbergh Special, it's in the book. Basically, it had involved racing in an airplane to New York City with movies of Charles Lindbergh return to Washington, D.C., and the ceremonies that took place at that time. And basically, the one news media put the films on a train, another news media put them on a plane, and the train beat the plane to New York City, mainly because they could develop the film on the way. Anyway, the train went from Washington, D.C. to New York City in a little over 3 hours. The Pennsylvania Railroad had the foresight to save just about every one of their steam locomotives. Here we see the number 460 saved at Northumberland, Pennsylvania. Eventually, it was moved to Strasburg to be included in the new Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. I took these photos of the 460 when it was first moved to Strasburg. It was under wraps, as you can see. Then it was kind of cosmetically restored or painted and stuck outside for quite a while. And here's the pictures I took in the 1980s sometime, and you can see her outside in the yard. But eventually it was moved inside and cosmetically restored. And here we see it as it exists today at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. It's a really good looking locomotive. Well, due to my fascination with the E6 Atlantic, over the years I've built a couple models of it from kits. This first one is a Bowser kit that I built, painted and decaled. And the second one here is a Roundhouse kit, which I also built, painted and decaled. The Bowser's probably more accurate in scale than a Roundhouse kit, but neither of them are quite that accurate. But they were nice representations at the time. They're both DC models. Haven't run them for years, but I did run them back in the day. But anyway, that's my two models that I had of the E6 Atlantic. So when Broadway Limited came out with a model of the E6 in various numbers, I chose number 460 as it appears today at the Railroad Museum in Pennsylvania. It's a great little locomotive, very accurate. Anyway, it's a nice addition to my collection. Thanks for watching.